Hello everyone, Alchemist here. Today is a private reading for one of my clients, Mike. Mike, thank you for choosing me for this reading. This is an Arcana reading, and if you want your own Arcana reading as well, you can find it at thyself.com, link in the description box below. Let's get right to it. Mike, the first question is, who's your guardian demon? I'm going to use this beautiful tarot deck to channel the message for you. Let's get right to it. Aroch limen zindresh koloromon seklarok kismerechen sorok mileres itrech ozrash kilerech ezmet fren. Your guardian demon is Dantalion, which is also the High Priestess, a major arcana. This is your guardian demon. Look at the depiction of Dantalion here with many faces. The main face is a woman, a witch, a powerful entity, and then you have the face of a man, and then the face of different other entities. So Dantalion can help you with harnessing occult knowledge and wisdom, which you can use for your practice, which you can use for your daily life, so your life becomes better, so you can connect to your higher self, so you can make better choices, so you can help yourself and eventually help other people. Dantalion can help you access some of the knowledge of the Akashic records that you're not aware of, or that you haven't been able to access. But if you use Dantalion's help, if you invoke him or her, because here the divine masculine and divine feminine are perfectly balanced, they're combined and fused into one thing. So if you invoke Dantalion, you can learn more about the secrets of the universe. Occult, magic, rituals, invocations. And this is the best guardian demon for you to work with, because what you're seeking, which is more knowledge and wisdom about the unseen, about the spirit realm, what you're seeking, this thing that you're seeking, Dantalion is going to be the one who can help you get there. So Mike, this is a powerful guardian demon that can support you. It can help you towards your mastery and being aligned on the right path for you. It's a very dark energy, but it's beautiful. It's a divine feminine at its most powerful state, but also combined with divine masculine, which is a beautiful balance that you are needing in your life. And let's move on to the second question. Your second question is, what's your soul's origin? And I'm going to use this beautiful tarot deck to channel the message for you. What's the origin of your soul? Solok irres kilemechen trosmoch ikralaran zachrishkef itro amok reskilerech uzdresh. Oh, okay. Interesting. Very interesting. And we have the King of Wands at the bottom. The origin of your soul, Mike, here, it's very interesting. I got the Five of Pentacles reversed, and then the Three of Pentacles reversed as well, and then the Four of Swords, and then the bottom of the deck had this King of Fire energy, or King of Wands. This is your depiction. This is the origin of your soul, Mike. This is who you are. You showed up at your original state as a soul. That's how you were. Look at the power that this card emanates. And this king, he has a staff, the staff of the mage, the staff of the master, and he has a giant lion or feline as a companion. And then these other cards that showed up here confirm your state as a king, which is the origin of your soul. Your element is fire, pure fire. You're very powerful. You come from this realm. Your soul is from this realm, from this dimension where you're a king, you rule your own world. You do whatever you please. You can manifest anything you want at will on the spot. You never struggled. That's why we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. And you never had to work or to do hard work. That's why the Three of Pentacles reversed as well. And the Four of Swords. You always had an incredible, easy life. You never struggled to get something because the realm where you come from, manifestation is instantaneous, and I sense it to be a higher realm where when you think of something, it manifests. You want to manifest for yourself a castle. That castle manifests as how you see it in your mind right away. So it was a dimension where work doesn't exist, money doesn't exist, suffering doesn't exist, and that's why you didn't have to experience any of them. No having to work for money, no suffering. And you were always here at a state of peace and rest. It's very different from the life that you're experiencing right now on earth. It's completely different. It's like the opposite. And your soul probably wants to go back there, and it remembers it subconsciously. And that's why you sometimes wonder why you don't have the things that you desire, or why you're not manifesting, let's say, money easily, or whatever it is that you want. Why is it not there in your life? You're wondering about that. That's because of the origin of your soul. You had it all. I sense you to be at the level of a deity that lives in the higher realms, and you have anything you want. You can manifest anything you desire. You have power, strength. You control the element of fire. But I sense also a very dark energy, a connection to the underworld, to the realm of fire. That's why I hear the elements of fire. You have a very strong connection to the realm of demons, the realm of spirits that reside in the underworld. So you're not scared of the elements of fire. If you learn how to communicate with it, how to control it, it can become something helpful on your journey. But this is the card that represents you. And I want to pull one more card. Here we have the Six of Wands, another confirmation. You were always winning. You always had everything you wanted. And you, by the way, had a group that was following you, a group of entities and beings in that dimension that were following you, and you were their leader. And that's why you appeared here as a king. Because, you know, in other realms, in other dimensions, there's also groups, there's also formations, like this group lives there, that group lives there, and these groups also have leaders. It's kind of similar to how it is on Earth, not in a similar way where the higher-ups are corrupted and people just try to screw other people over. It's not like that. But you were a true leader, and everything is fair because in those dimensions, fairness actually exists. It's not like Earth where fairness doesn't exist. So you had a group of people that were following you, and you were working together on whatever you were working on, and you were their leader, the king of fire. And you always were thriving. Victory was on your side. You were a righteous king that did very good deeds. You helped the people that needed help, either in your dimension or in other dimensions. And you lived an incredible life. That was your first manifestation as a soul. Your first physical manifestation as a soul. And that's why you're having such a hard time to adapt to the life on Earth. That's why you can't comprehend the realm of Earth, this physical reality, very much. That's because of who you were, this powerful, fiery being. Beautiful energy. Okay, Mike? And I'm going to move on to the third question. The third question is, what are your supernatural gifts and abilities? Sorosh izmech iresh kilechen, seresh kimech zoloros, sintrask maleref kis ashkorach. We have the Emperor card. Okay. All of these powerful cards that showed up, you're the king, this powerful king. Dantalion is your guardian demon, which is the high priestess. And then we have the Emperor. Wow. Okay. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Another major arcana, the Hangman reversed. Two major arcanas in the same pool. Let me include the bottom of the deck because it's a major arcana. It's reversed, but it's a major arcana. It's the Strength card reversed. So in one pull, you have all of these major arcanas, Mike. You're very powerful. You have a lot of gifts and abilities. Mentioning earlier that you are a king, that alone is powerful with the fire elements. But you're also an emperor. You're meant to build an empire similar to the one you had where you came from originally. But you're meant to build it on Earth, in the physical reality. It's going to be challenging, it's tough, it's not easy, but you need to build it. And that's why we have this Eight of Pentacles reversed. Because there's the challenges of money, there's the challenges of overcoming obstacles, and the path is always rugged. It's not always smooth. But you need to do it because it's your mission. It's your mission at least in this reincarnation. You're meant to build an empire. And your gifts and abilities are connected to the world of the occult, alchemy, inspiring other people to transmute themselves into their highest states. Occult knowledge, occult wisdom, magic, magical practices, and believing in magic. Believing in magic and making it happen because magic is real. Because where you came from, magic is real. You think of something and manifests right away from thin air. And it sounds like I'm saying some nonsense, but Mike, you would know better than me because I'm just channeling the message here. So you're the emperor. You're meant to build an empire. And in this empire, you're meant to teach these occult practices and occult knowledge, but not in a delusional way. You're meant to do it in a realistic way because the emperor is realistic. He builds an empire and the empire is real. It's not some la la land delusional stuff. So you have to ground yourself and delve into the world of alchemy and magic and occult practices. Because when you do that, we have the Hangman reversed. When you do that, you're going to be aligned on the path you're supposed to take. And we have Strength reversed here. Spirit is saying that you're not using your fullest potential yet, Mike. And here we have the line again. Your spirit animal is definitely a feline because we have the Strength card with a line, and we have the King who has also a line in these cards. You definitely have to get a feline pet, which is a cat basically, because that's gonna help you connect with your gifts, with your abilities, remember who you are, and ignite your strength because your strength right now is reversed. It's not activated, it's dormant. So the more you learn, the more you practice, the more you try to become who you are and activate your powers, the more your empire is going to build itself with the support of the universe, with the support of your guardian spirits, with your guardian demons, with the support of Dantalion, who's a powerful entity as well. Because, Mike, this is what you're meant to do in this lifetime. It's why you are here. So you have to adopt this path, and you're going to receive all the help that you need from the universe and from the entities that support you. Remember that fire is always on your side, the fire elementals. You can invoke them and they can help you manifest the things that you desire. But at the same time, you need to do the work. You need to learn about alchemy. You need to learn about transmuting your energy. Because alchemy is always about elevating and transmuting whatever it is negative and toxic into what's better. Think of anything that's toxic, anything that's bad for you, for your life. How can I make it better for my life? A bad habit, how can I turn it into a good habit? A bad behavior, how can I turn it into a better behavior? That's how alchemy works. But you have that ability. You have that ability to transmute. You can use it for yourself and you can use it for other people as well to help them with their lives. But before, what I'm hearing from Spirit, before you think about helping others right now, you need to focus on yourself. The right time when to help others is going to come. Don't get ahead of yourself, because this happens to a lot of people. It comes from a good place. They want to help others, but they're not helping themselves. And people are going to sense that. They're going to know that this person is not even helping themselves and they want to help me. People are going to sense that. No, people are going to show up to you when you're already helping yourself. So focus on helping yourself first and activate your magical gifts and abilities. Okay? So magic is on your side. Fire is on your side. You can control them. You're a strong manifester. You just don't know it because your powers are still dormant. But it's time for you to work on yourself. And let's move on to the next question. And for the fourth question, which is your alchemical occult sigil or symbol, Mike, this is what I channeled for you. This is the alchemical and occult symbol that represents you at the moment. As you can see here, we have the triangle going upwards, which represents the fire element. But inside of it, the circle with the dots, that's the alchemical symbol of the sun. In alchemy, that represents the sun. That's who you are at the front. But if you notice at the back, there's another triangle pointing downwards. That's the occults. That's the hidden. Those are your gifts and abilities that are behind the scenes. Those are the things that people will not see because it belongs only to you. And it's a triangle pointing downwards, representing the elements of water, the elements of earth as well, because it helps ground you and balance out your energies. Because your fire is too strong, the essence of your energy comes from the sun, which is in the middle of the sigil. But you need something to ground you and balance out your energy. You need something to bring you back to earth. And that's why we have that triangle behind. But it's also where your powers come from. And your fire and the sun, which is who you are, which is this triangle, is driving you towards all three directions, the three directions of mastery. Because 3 is the number that represents mastery. And for you right now, the goal is to become a master. You need to work on yourself until you become a master. So you need the Trinity, not the Trinity of Christianity, Trinity of alchemy, which is body, soul, and spirit, which is going to take you to an alchemical transmutation, the grand work, the magnum opus, which goes through 3 stages as well. So we have number 3 again here. And that's why we have these 3 arrows that are going to pull you in towards the directions you need to go to in order to become a master. So use this sigil on your altar for your practices, for your manifestations, and use it as a representation of who you are. This can remind you that you need to become who you are in order to thrive and build your empire. Okay? So Mike, this is the sigil that represents you at the moment. The sigil is easy to draw, it's not complicated, so you can replicate it, draw it, and use it in your practices. So this is what I have for you, Mike. Thank you very much for choosing me. I hope this reading helps you along your journey. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next reading. Asloch, Jis Relemenen, Sochlash, Yizech.